This is my Motorstar Cafe 400. This is how much it's ran. And this is the owner. So kayo magalala mga boss, pag-uusapan lang natin, what are the main differences between having the Cafe 400 versus a different kind of smaller displacement motorcycle. Ano mga naranasan ko bilang new owner ng motor. Yeah, things na napansin ko na nakakapanibago. And things to keep in mind. Tapos, siguro mag-myth busting din tayo, So yun, to the new people here, my name is Fitz. I'm primarily a YouTube gamer, but I also ride motorcycles. Like, I love motorcycles. I'm basically an enthusiast. Kumbaga, this is gonna be my owner's review or like my feedback or what I've noticed sa Cafe 400. And hopefully this will help you guys make a decision. Kung bibili niyo man ng motor or kung titingin pa kayo sa other options, totally fine. Okay, so let's start with the most obvious reason. Bakit yung Cafe 400 ang pinili ko? Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons actually. There's a lot of small reasons which contribute to me getting the Cafe 400 regardless. So, mali natin baka sa inyo maging pro, baka sa iba maging con. Kanya-kanya naman yan. It's all subjective naman. So, first off is kung paano mo siya pwede ma-customize. Ganoon. Kasi if you all can go to the Cafe 400 group sa Facebook, para sa akin, it is the biggest group of people where a lot of Cafe 400 owners are and even a lot of aspiring owners are. And even some who are just there to look at other people's Cafe of 400s. You've seen people there na may trackers, scramblers, ginagawa lang cafe racers ng tuluyan. And there are also some who are like me na ginagawang even more classic yung dating. They're turning it into a 1950s, 1960s BSA or Royal Enfield looking motorcycle. Meron nga dun isa. Like, I'll try to get a picture up. Credits to the owner. But it looks like a green, almost like a 1940s Harley motorcycle. Ganda, like, or he has a fin sa front fender rather na may license plate number na din, which is very much like what you would have on your 1940s 1950s motorcycles. And even some na dinadala pa nila to the next level, ginagawa nilang cruiser ng tuluyan kasi it's an expressway legal motorcycle pero gusto nila ng forward foot controls katulad ng mga Harley. Let's face it, there's not a lot of 400cc machines that are available sa market na sing mura ng Cafe 400, diba? That's one reason. Number two, it's a carburetor type motorcycle. Sinasabi naman ng iba na fuel injection mas matipid sa gasolina. To be honest, ang Ninja 650 parallel twin na yan Kahit sabi yung fuel inject diyan, dalawa na yung piston yan Di ba? It's not just about the fuel system itself, It's about how the fuel is consumed, how much fuel can literally be consumed because of what piston you have, like what engine you have, Tapos, I mean, it's an expressway legal motorcycle, Nasubukan ko na siya madala from south sa may Santo Tomas, Batangas all the way up to Alabang, just the whole of SLEX from that part. And it's fun. Tana. Actually, simula na nga dun, na-convince na ako na kumuha ng full face helmet kasi usually, given na ang first motor ko dati is a Avenger 220. Hindi naman ako nakakapag-motor dati sa mga expressway, so hindi ko naman kailangan mag-motor ng sobrang bilis. Like yung cruising speed namin dati sa group is just 80-90 kilometers per hour. That's fine. Pero dun, na ganun na siyang kalakasin na I actually had the thought of getting a better helmet kasi bilis yung wind blast dun sa tenga mo. It's actually loud kahit naka-open face ka tapos yung takip yung tenga mo. Alright, so one of the main things naman na I'd like to talk about is the main difference between the Cafe 400 versus, lower cc motorcycles. And I mean how the Cafe 400 is specifically kumpara sa mga ibang 400cc's kasi there's a pretty sizable difference with it. So one thing na napansin ko is that the engine heat, it's purely air cooled, so mararamdaman mo yun eventually if ever na mabili mo yung motor, tapos you get to ride it for 30 minutes to an hour. Kahit naka-loose ka na maong, tapos medyo komportable naman siya, medyo breezy. Kapag nagtagal, mararamdaman mo na may onting pagsingaw ng init sa mga gilid ng hita mo. Pero it's not like na parang mahihirapan ka makapagmotor or mahihirapan ka magmaneho kapag ganun yung nangyayari. Tsaka, that typically only happens para sa akin kapag halimbawa, stuck ako sa traffic kasi nasa gitna naman ako ng Metro Manila. So, kapag may mga panahon na traffic, tapos lumagpas na 30 minutes, tapos napapapunta ako sa mga traffic jams, then yeah, medyo nahihirapan ako doon. Pero, I mean, I wouldn't say na nahihirapan, pero like, nararamdaman ko. And eventually naman, the great thing, about the Cafe 400 is na pwede mo siya lagyan ng oil cooler which is guaranteed to help cool down the engine's optimal temperature. So, kumbaga, bababa lalo yung kanyang stable temperature. Hindi na katulad ng mga normal kapag purely air-cooled ka. So, that is one thing din na gugustuhin mo or na baka gustuhin mo in the future. Ako, wala pa naman siya sa immediate listahan. Para sa akin, kailangan kong gawin sa Cafe 400. Pero for me, it's been fine. Wala naman akong problema sa kanya. There's no like overheating issues din. Hindi naman siya parang sobrang init na hindi na siya gumagana, Although I will have to say, I have seen people na gumagamit ng thermal tape para sa exhaust headers papunta sa mid-pipe ng Cafe 400. Personal opinion ko lang, please make sure na yung thermal tape ninyo is better at dissipating heat than maintaining it kasi thermal tape is usually used mga boss para ma-keep ang temperature ng exhaust pipes mo. So it's great for cold countries, halimbawa UK, any parts of Europe, Canada, anywhere where na peak summer nila 20 degrees. Ganon. Alam mo yan? Kasi ganon, kailangan talaga ng mga makina nila na usually they get as much heat as they can and they can keep as much heat as they can. Pero dito sa cold, sa warmer countries naman, hindi mo naman kakailanganin ng thermal wrap. Sure, it looks nice, very nice. Pero like, I don't know, personal opinion ko lang mga boss, just make sure na make sure na safe din yung mga makina ninyo kasi if you get really good insulating thermal tape, sure, hindi mo mararamdaman yung singaw ng init ng tambucho pero you never know, baka mamaya engine block mo mismo mas mainit na, di ba? So, ang mangyayari lang nun, mas malala na yung magiging init ng singaw na mararamdaman mo. Tsaka, the exhaust headers daw, they help cool down the engine din kasi it's technically part of the cooling system na rin kasi they're pretty thick kung titignan mo yung harapan ng Cafe 400 So, that can be one thing to consider. And of course, again, pwede nyo bilhan ng oil cooler pero weird naman nun, diba? And then of course, wag natin kalilimutan ang nabanggit din natin kanina which is, related din in a way is the fuel economy of the motorcycle. Kasi one thing that you really should not expect is that ang Cafe 400 ay magiging singtipid ng Rusi Classic 250 or ng kahit anong 300cc pababa na motor. Kahit sabihin mong FI yan, kahit sabihin mong carburetor yan, it will not be as fuel efficient as any of those engines. It's a 400cc motorcycle mga boss. Kung gusto mo ng magandang comparison, ipagkumpara mo na lang ang fuel economy ng Cafe 400 sa mga ibang 400cc's ngayon sa market. Mga parallel twins like the ones from CF Moto, the NK, the Benelli Benda or the Benda Napoleon, the Chinchilla, yan. The CF Moto CLC 450, the Ninja 400, the Versys 400, the Z400. Yun ang magandang ipagkumpara ang fuel economy ng Cafe 400. And when you compare it to them, saka siya mas naging okay. Kung may hirapan ka boss na makapaglaan ng at least 500 pesos a week sa gasolina niya for the first 4 months, 5 months, lalo na kung bagong unit siya kasi kailangan tayo mismo yung mag-break-in yan. Wala tayong factory break-in katulad ng Japanese brands. Makakakita ka talaga ng medyo uhaw na motor. Pansin ko naman, after 2,000 kilometers of use, sa first 4 months, pansin ko dati, pag isang week na, ang fuel light kasi ng Cafe 400, nag-iilaw siya kapag half full na. So that means approximately 5 to 6.5 liters na lang yung natitira. So you would have at least 3 to 4 more days. Sa akin, ngayon napapansin ko, lumalagpas na ng isang linggo paggamit ko sa motor. Like, parang every 9 days, 10 days na nga yata Saka na siya nag-iilaw, no? So that does suggest na tumitipid na siya sa gas, which is very nice kasi dati ang ginagawa ko just to make sure minomonitor ko yung fuel consumption niya. Simula na finultang ko, every week lagi ko lang pinapatop up like hanggang sa umabot lang siya sa malapit lang sa ilalim ng cap niya. Tapos pagtingin ko, nakikita ko na weekly naman it's mga ganun nga, mga kalahati ng tangke niya. Not bad, it's not medyo malakas pero like I said, it's not like it is the most fuel efficient motorcycle out there, pero it is more fuel efficient compared to its other category motorcycle counterparts. Parang pinagkukumpara mo yung lakas ng suntok ni Mike Tyson at ni Manny Pacquiao pagdating sa fuel efficiency ng Rusi Classic 250 or ng Raider 150 Fi, basta anything na below. Alam mo yun, literal magkaibang weight class pinagkukumpara mo ng fuel consumption. Okay, so when it comes to things to keep in mind kapag bibili ka na ng Cafe 400 mo, you've decided if you're gonna buy a second-hand Cafe 400, kaya mag-alala, usually sa mga ganun, inayos na ng mga first owners yung previous issues niya. So, literal, lolodan mo na lang kapag may RFID yan pang SLEX at NLEX tapos pwede ka na bumiyahe. That's as easy as it gets. Ang main con na lang nun, at least para sa akin, is that depende na lang sa'yo, I guess, kung ano yung magiging style ng previous owner, kung bagay ba siya sa'yo or is it close to what you want, tapos you're just gonna change a few things on it. That's the one thing though that a lot of Cafe 400 owners do din eh. They like to customize their own Cafe 400 kasi tapos masaya pa, Kaya di mo matitiis eh. Kaya sa akin din, I'm gonna try and keep it as stock as possible kasi kung ikaw naman ay bibili ng brand new na Cafe 400, what I would suggest is, humanap kayo ng matinong kasa na willing kayong bigyan ng matinong after sale support. Para sa akin, yung kasa ko sa Makati, they've been so amazing. Ang nangyari sa akin, at 400 kilometers, nakarinig ako ng tappet noise na medyo malutong. O kumbaga yun, pag naka-idle ka, bilang dinig mo para may kumakatok na barya. So I'm like, okay lang ba to? Kahit paano, I can say na I have confidence sa intuition ko pagdating sa motor na yon. Nung narinig ko nga yung noise niya, so parang hindi talaga siya tama daw. So pinunta ko siya sa kasa sa Makati. I had them checked. Tapos basically ni-record nila footage ng yung tunog ng motor. Tapos dinig naman niya, malinaw naman sa video na may base siya na amount or may onti na siyang kalansing sa simula, tapos lumalakas siya pag tumataas yung revs. So check naman nila, and then sinend nila sa head office and they said, yes, sige, pwede natin i-check for warranty. So dinala nila doon, and then eventually nung binalitaan nila ako na top overhaul na siya kasi isa sa mga piston rings daw lumuwang. Tapos dahil lumuwang siya, nagasgas yung piston block sa loob. So nangyayari, may compression loss. So kaya pala, I'm not sure if it is compression loss, that's what they said. So kaya pala, dama ko na kapag lumalapit na ako sa 5,000 RPM, biglang bumabagal yung hatak. Pero humahatak pa rin, pero dama mong bumabagal. Like parang hininaan mo na yung silinyador ng onti. Ganun yung feeling eh. Tapos, pansin ko din na kapag papara ako sa stoplight, biglang bababa yung idle na biglang husina. Yung normal niya kasi na running idle niya, 1,000 to 1,005. Tapos biglang makita mo talagang from 1,005, biglang kala mo lumalamig yung makina niya. Akala mo talagang biglang bumababa. Pero hindi ka naman mamamatayan. Literal bababa lang para maghihingalo. Parang kakabahan ka tuloy. Nung chinek na nga nila yun, that was what happened. Pinalitan nila yung piyesa sa loob. They gave me new piston, new rings. Basically, literal top overhaul kasi you would see na marami ng mga markers sa mga tornilyo doon sa engine. So that was nice, and I think that was just 2 or 3 weeks nang ginagamit ko pa lang yung unit, yun na yung nangyari. Although medyo natagal lang sila na ibigay sa akin, pero hindi ko naman sila masisisi kasi nabili ko yung unit ko ng November, tapos nangyari siya mga December, close to Christmas, hindi nangyari. So hindi ko naman masisisi na natagalan sila nung sunod-sunod yung mga holidays, pero syempre bilang tao na atat din ng mga motor so medyo naburyong din ako na tagal ibalik. Pero I mean, at least binalik na maayos. Hanggang ngayon wala pa akong issues. Napaka-smooth niya. Ang sarap niya nga humatak. Lipstick na yan. Ang braking ko dati nun very soft lang, pero ngayon na naka 2,000 kilometers na ako, umaangat na yan minsan. Tinataasan ko yung revs bago ako magpalit ng gear. Like I sometimes try and bring it to 6,000 RPM. Still shifts like a charm. Ang lakas pa rin na hatak. Really nice. Lastly, kapag kukuha na kayo ng motor nyo, right before na ipapa-activate na nila yung unit, ipa-double check nila lang hanggat maaari. Kapag umaandar na, pakinggan nyo kaagad, or magpatulong kayo sa mekaniko, patingin nyo rin, or magsama kayo ng mekaniko din. Make sure na lahat ng bolts matino yung pagpihit, kasi there's always been these rumors na medyo sabog na yung build quality ng iba, pero it's not like dahilan na siya para hindi mo magamit yung motor. Hindi siya ganun, boss. Like, may mga tao ko nakita, I mean, kahit tingin nyo si Lolo Max, isa sa mga Cafe 400 vloggers, isa sa inspiration ko actually kung bakit ako nagkaroon ng Cafe 400. Kasi nagkaroon siya ng Cafe 400 before, binenta niya for whatever personal reasons, and then ngayon nakabalik na ulit siya, meron na ulit siya Cafe 400. Tapos ngayon kina-customize niya na. What does that mean? Wala yung mga cons niyan para sa Cafe 400, kasi kahit ano namang makinarya, basta matino yung pag-aalaga mo, mga boss, hindi naman yan bibigay sa'yo, di ba? So we come to the final chapter though, which is the conclusion about the Cafe 400s. That is it worth it? Yes, for me it is. I do not see many cons sa motorcycle, and there are a lot of pros on it. Like I said, the ease of DIY with it. There are other competitors out there, of course, kung gugustuhin nyo ng Expressway legal motorcycle. Kung Expressway legal motorcycle ang usapan, you can always get the reliable Dominar 400. I mean, it's a standard naked bike. Matagal na siya sa market, So you have a lot of spare parts with it. You have a lot of people that have experience with the motorcycle. NK, CF Moto is pretty okay, I think. Nung una, they had issues with getting parts back when it comes to servicing their motorcycles. Pero sa ngayon, I don't hear any news of any issues about that. So it's safe to say na kung gugustuhin nyo man ng ibang brand, CF Moto is still a good option din. And of course, there are the other normal brands na I call them normal brands kasi they're not like the cheapest anyways. Like Kawasaki, you can get your Ninja 400, your Versys. I don't know if there's a Versys 400, but you can get your Ninja 400, your Z400. So you have that as an option naman. Pero like I said, if yung punto mo ay makakuha ng Expressway legal bike, isang classic looking bike with a great amount of options for customization, reliability in the case na kaya mong asikasuhin halos yung buong motor mismo, like kung sanay ka sa carburetor, kung sanay ka sa motorcycle maintenance ng sarili mo, the Cafe 400 is a great choice, like literal. Wala ka wala ka kailangan hanapin masyado sa kanya. Hopefully nakapag-abot kayo dito sa pinakahuli ng video. If you have any thoughts or any other comments about what the Cafe 400 has to offer as as a motorcycle for a new owner, or maybe you're an old motorcycle owner naman and you wanna upgrade to a 400cc pero like may iba pa kayong thoughts na hindi ko na ibanggit, please let me know. I'll be happy to try and give as much information as I can. Tapos kung gusto nyo makita yung motor, let me know. We can do a walk around. Pwede ko ipakita kung ano yung mga upgrades na nagawa ko. I do have upgrades pero they're mostly just visual upgrades. Kayang-kaya ibalik lang sa stock, Like hindi ko pa naman siya pinalitan ng tambucho or anything. And at most ang gagawin ko nga lang yung front fender papalitan ko kasi medyo maikli, So nagpagawa ko ng fender na medyo mataas ang front part pero yung likod sakop na, so hopefully hindi na matatalsikan masyado ng tubig. But yeah, that's it guys. This has been my first vlog about motorcycles, and it is about the Cafe 400, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed going through it. To the gamers that are watching who have been following me over the years, I hope this has been an interesting take on us, because I also plan to make more of these in the future. I want to make more motorcycle vlogs in the future, and I'll be happy and eager to make more, especially when we upgrade to another motorcycle, which I will not say, I will say when we get it, but still a long way away, but still exciting. And yeah, I hope you guys have been well, and I shall be seeing you all in the future. Hey.